Is everybody ready for another cash grab that we're about to get with this movie? I hope so. See, when the subtitle was Supernova, my guess is that it's going to be a villain from outer space or something. I'm not sure. I would assume Space Godzilla, but again, I can't be sure. But aside from that, like, I'm not looking forward to this movie at all. I mean, maybe maybe I want to see it because it's a Godzilla movie, but we all know that this movie is just going to be another cash grab. Like, my problem is they put no effort into these goddamn movies. We're getting another cash grab ass movie whose hype is going to die after a couple of months, and so on. Cause like I would never get over the fact that there were these YouTube polls saying who was the best villain in the MonsterVerse, and fucking Scar King had the most votes. That shit was blasphemous. Scar King is a shit villain, bro. And then on top of that, aside from being overrated for a short period of time because they couldn't keep lying to themselves, I was watching the movie and it was just like Godzilla versus Kong. It's a cash grab. Like, they're not really trying with these fucking movies. And on top of that, I am so tired of this Godzilla Kong shit, bro. Kong should have been fucking died. He should have died in that first fight with Godzilla, bro. Because, like, you know, so Godzilla got a power up in the last movie, and then he fights Kong, and I'm just sitting here watching this like, so how am I supposed to tell how he got a power up? Because I don't see a significant difference outside of his appearance. And maybe he's a little faster, but that's all I see. Like, I don't really see a big difference. Kong, on the other hand, this fucker has Mjolnir. Sorry, not Mjolnir. He has Stormbreaker. He has he has an Infinity Gauntlet, and I bet money he's gonna get another power up in this movie. Like, I'm tired of seeing this shit, bro. Like, again, like, so they face off against Scar King in the last movie, and my thoughts are, so in the how I don't understand how the hell they're going to fight Destroyer, bro. Because like I know I went way over and beyond with it, but like I just don't really see them getting stronger. And even if they do fight Destroyer, most likely he's going to get fucking nerfed because Kong is not going to he's not going to make it through that first fight. But knowing how, see, Mecha Godzilla was in Kong versus Godzilla. I mean, Godzilla versus Kong, and he was heavily nerfed. The whole point of Mechagodzilla being in the movie was just for Kong after he lost. And here's the thing. So this fool Godzilla is he's spamming atomic breath the whole fucking movie. He's never used it this much before. He's spamming atomic breath every time he fights Kong. And my thing is, like, they nerfed Godzilla so bad in that movie because if there's anything about Godzilla, he literally adapts to who he's fighting. But instead, they kind of just made him a dumb titan. Like, damn, that movie was blasphemous. But anyways, he kept spamming atomic breath every time they fought. But then when he fights Mecha Godzilla, he doesn't spam it anymore. And the reasoning behind that was because he was tired after spamming it a whole fucking movie. And my thing is that, like, so he coincidentally gets tired when he fights Mecha Godzilla. The thing is, here's the real reason why he didn't spam Atomic Breath. Mecha Godzilla would die, bro. That Mecha Godzilla was weak. He would have fucking died right there. Because the way that fucking ass easily slices off his body parts and all that, and then my thing is that, like, Apparently, this fucker has infinite fuel or something. He has an infinite battery, but whatever. See, he this time he was all hands, and he didn't want to spam atomic barrel because he was going to kill Mecha Godzilla. And the reason he would easily kill Mecha Godzilla with atomic breath is because there wouldn't have been nothing for Kong. And by the way, Kong is lying over there. He's supposed to be dead, but they used the ship as a defibrillator and they get him back up. That shit was fucking retarded. But anyways, again, this is another monster that's nerfed. He is heavily nerfed just so that things can go this way. And my thing is here, so Venom Let There Be Carnage came out, and people were freaking out because Carnage wasn't how he was supposed to be. But yet, with these Godzilla movies, this shit gets a pass when that doesn't. The whole point of this shit, the whole point of that happening is just so that Kong wouldn't get killed. Kong is weak, bro. He's trash. And that's what leads me to say I'm not interested in this movie because I am tired of Kong. Kong holds these movies back. They buff him up and nerf the other characters. He has the Miles Morales treatment. Cause ain't no way in hell he dodged an atomic breath like that, but whatever. See, my thing is that, you have Kong in this. So I am expecting either a huge power up or another very underwhelming villain. That's why I'm expecting. Now, if they bring in another classic Godzilla villain, I am expecting him to be nerfed. My thing is that like Kong and Godzilla shouldn't be in the same movie. Especially the way they're writing it, they shouldn't be in the same movie. And Godzilla vs. Kong should have never been that long of a movie. My thing is that like so it's gonna be just like Avatar, where Katara and Zuko went to fight what's her name, and Katara did that dumb shit where she stood in the way so that Zuko could take the blast for her, and the only reason that happens is because if she didn't do that, then the whole reason for her being there would have been for nothing. So they had to get her involved somehow, and that's how I feel it would be with Kong. But even shittier writing, like I want them to go back to the 2014 formula, well, King of the Monsters formula, where Godzilla was serious and he was actually fighting real threats, because this shit is kind of a joke now. And then, they want to make it seem like these monsters have ancient rivalries and all that, but they never, like, okay, so they fought before. How the fuck did the other guy survive? Oh my god. But you get what I'm saying. I'm not hyped for this movie. I'm expecting it to be just like the last movie. Another cash grab that's going to work for a little bit of time, and then over time the hype will die down, and the only people who can keep lying about this shit is the fanboys. Other than that, I don't really care. To be honest, I'm actually more interested in the Godzilla minus one sequel, because if there's anything that Godzilla minus one showed, is that you can still make a serious Godzilla movie that's successful, but you just don't try. You rather just take the easy way out and get the cash grab instead of writing a compelling story that makes sense. Like, I'm done with this.